everybody, I'm SuperSonicJB and welcome to the final video for Sonic Month 2016. Yep, that's right folks, this is the final video for Sonic Month. You know, Sonic Month started a while back ago, and I always enjoyed doing it every year. It's always been a blast to make these videos for Sonic, just for my love of this blue hedgehog altogether. You're an amazing guy, man, even though your games weren't the greatest lately, but, you know, whatever, man. But I just want to say thank you all for watching this year's Sonic Month. It's been a lot of fun making these videos and everything. Really appreciate it, man. But it's sad that it's about to end, but I thought we'd end off Sonic Month with a bang. So, how about this? The top 10 Sonic the Hedgehog video games of all time. In my opinion, at least. Okay, let's do this! At number 10, we have the original Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Genesis. Yeah! Yeah, this game was the first Sonic game ever made, man, and it rivaled Nintendo's mascot of Mario. That's one of the big reasons why Sonic was created, because Sega needed a mascot to rival Mario. So they go ahead and make this game. And this game was unlike anything back in its day. I mean, you could go so fast in this game, and no other video game could actually go this fast. Fans loved this guy, and they loved Sega in general when he first started. This guy just started everything in this game right here, and he was just the star of everything. And the bosses are fantastically done, pretty easy, but overall they're really fun to fight, and the levels themselves are really fun too. I mean, you can just go across Green Hill Zone like this, have the time of your life, listen to that awesome soundtrack. The soundtrack was unlike anything that was ever made, man. It was just legendary at its time. The Sega Genesis was so powerful. It was just an amazing system. Too bad Sega kind of stopped making consoles and all, but yeah, whatever, man. I mean, we can live and learn, am I right? But yeah, the story itself is mainly about Sonic just trying to stop the evil Dr. Eggman from imprisoning all the innocent animals. And, well, Sonic's gotta stop him. That's basically the whole story of this game. Yeah, the story's not much to it, but it was the first Sonic game. It started off the entire franchise. It was an awesome game in general, and, you know, it was just a fun game. It was just an awesome game. You could go fast. It was even better than Mario at the time, in my opinion at least. And he just was an amazing character and all, and is awesome, man. That's right, at number 9 we have my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog handheld game. Spoiler alert for the rest of the list, I'm sorry. So yeah, here we have Sonic Rush Adventure, the game where you can play as both Sonic and Blaze the Cat. It is such an awesome game, man. It's for the DS, it's a great experience. There's a lot of fun gameplay mechanics, and the whole game mainly takes place on islands. Kinda reminds me of Wind Waker a little bit, but with Sonic and Tails. The story of the game is Sonic and Tails crash land into like a tornado or something, and for some reason they wind up in this alternate dimension or whatever, and they meet this girl named Marin who's kind of annoying, and they just decide to team up and repair her ship or something, and then you just go ahead and play some of the levels, man. Until later in the future when you come across Blaze the Cat, and she tells you that something's wrong with this island, and evil pirate dudes show up and try and ruin everything, so watch out for the evil pirate dudes, because they are Eggman's creations and Eggman Nega's creations, who later in the game become the final boss and try and kill you and everything. But yeah, it's basically the story. You mainly just want to collect the Chaos Emeralds to get back home, and the Soul Emeralds, which Blaze has in her dimension right there. This is her dimension, right? Yeah, I'm correct. There's a lot of cool gameplay mechanics. I mean, there's a boosting mechanic right here that you can boost, and you also do tricks, and you also got the C chart here, which allows you to go ahead and go to whatever island you want. Kind of like how Wind Waker does it, but it's more of a Phantom Hourglass kind of style, I guess. I mean, you basically just draw your location on where you want to go, and then you go ahead and hop into your spaceship or whatever you want to use, your jet ski, your boat, your other thingies, your submarine. I don't know, they have a lot of those, but the game by itself is a lot of fun. There's great characters, a good story, Awesome gameplay. I love playing as Sonic and Blaze. The bosses are okay. I do like the second to last final boss. And the side quests and the missions are awesome. And I give this game a great review. So there you have it. Sonic Rush Adventure, folks. Now I know what some of you may be thinking. SuperSonicJB, this is a spin-off game, not a main series Sonic game. Well, it's my list. I choose what I want, okay? Stop bothering me. Okay. Alright, but to be real, Sonic Riders Zero Gravity is my favorite Sonic Hedgehog spin-off game of all time. I really love the game in general. The story is Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles just go to this area where robots are attacking them, trying to kill them and everything. You know, the usual. And then they come across this thing that allows zero gravity to happen. Whoa, zero gravity, that's awesome. Then later in the game they come across Jet and Wave and... what's his face? Storm. Yeah, Storm. I always forgetting his name. Storm! Yeah, and they're all battling to try and figure out what the heck is going on. And the story itself is okay. But really the gameplay is where it shines, man. The zero gravity is fantastic use. There's a huge character selection, which is fantastic. You can play as any of the Sonic characters that are in this game. Well, you can play as, like, even other characters. Like, you can play Z-Sticks, Amy, Shadow, Silver, Blaze, etc. And the levels themselves are a lot of fun, too. I mean, they're definitely more different than the original Sonic Riders. And don't forget the soundtrack, man. I mean, Zero Gravity, Ungravity, whatever the heck the name of that song is. It is a fantastic song, and it cannot be beat. And the multiplayer is fantastic. There's a whole bunch of game modes, and this game is an amazing game. You should try it. Up next, we have another Sonic the Hedgehog classic game, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Genesis. That's right, this was the second Sonic game, and it also brings in Tails, or Miles per hour, whatever the heck he wants to be called. Yeah, this game also introduced the Spin Dash, which was a fantastic addition to the Sonic series, and has been passed down ever since this game. And the game over itself, the stories like Sonic and Tails team up to stop Dr. Eggman from creating the Death Egg or something like that. I don't know. The story's not much since it's an old game, but the levels themselves are also really fun too. I mean, you start off by going through all these stages, and all the good stuff happens, like Emerald Hill Zone, and the bosses themselves are a lot of fun too, especially the final boss. This game has one of the hardest final bosses in Sonic the Hedgehog history. He is extremely hard, and also has some of the best levels in Sonic the Hedgehog history, such as this one, Chemical Zone, or Chemical Plant Zone. I don't know, just, okay. Yeah, but the gameplay itself, it's a lot super fast, and it's really fun, and just an awesome game in general. And I love even that you can do anything in this entire game. Uh-oh, I'm drowning. Air Bubble, where are you? Air Bubble, there you are. Air Bubble, come on. No, help me, help! Aww. Yep, you probably already knew this was going to be on the list, but Sonic Colors is number 6. So yeah, Sonic Colors is a fantastic game. It started off in 2010 when Sonic wasn't doing so well, but Sega just came out with this amazing game that blew everyone's minds away, and everybody fell in love with it, man. The story, well, the story's not the best. It's kind of a very lighthearted story and everything, and mainly just contains a lot of jokes and everything. The story's not that impressive, but mainly Sonic just finds these alien guys that give him power-ups that are really cool. And the gameplay is where it really shines. I mean, these alien power-ups, the Wisp, are really fun to use, and you can boost along the entire way, kind of like playing Sonic Unleashed in the daytime. Kind of like that. And the stages themselves, this game all takes place in space, well, kind of. I mean, you go to these planets and do some stuff, and you are basically in space. The bosses aren't that impressive, but the final boss is a fantastic boss that I love a lot because of the music. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the music. The music in this game is fantastic. Sure, there are plenty of issues with this game, like the gameplay can be a little bit slippery at times with like Knuckles punching and everything. But I love playing as the speed characters, and I just love all the multiple players you can play as. The bosses are okay. I really love the final boss. He's a lot of fun. And there's so many playable characters in this game, man. Just blew me away at the time. This game was a huge part of my childhood and all. And I really also love the soundtrack of this game. This is part of the Dreamcast era. Alright, so mainly the game starts off with you can play as any of the 4 teams, but we're going to choose Sonic's team. And mainly just run around here with Sonic, and Tails and Knuckles appear. They give him a letter. Eggman says stuff like, "Haha, Sonic, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna destroy you, take over the world. Okay, just letting you know, man. I'll see you later in 3 days. Hopefully you can stop me. I really hope so, because I'm gonna die in the end." But yeah, that's basically how the game starts off, and everybody else is pretty much starts off the same. With something happening, they just go, "Let's go, fight that Eggman," and stuff. Except for Team Dark, I mean, Shadow is back. That's right, Shadow is alive. Spoilers for Sonic Adventure 2 and this game too, I guess. Really? Okay. Yeah, the music itself over Sonic Heroes. You got We Can. You got a whole bunch of other songs. And Sonic Heroes is such a catchy song. And I really love the levels in this game too. The levels are a big part of this game. Such as this one right here, Seaside Hill. And it is just a fantastic game. Some of the levels suck, like Grinding Station or whatever it's called. But yeah, mainly the power of teamwork. You can always beat Sonic Heroes. Just like that, man. Sonic Heroes, everybody. That's right, at number 4 we have Sonic 3 and Knuckles. For also the Sega Genesis. Yep, back a while back ago, Sega actually had plans to make 2 games separate from each other. So they made Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. So it's basically just an add-on. So it's mainly just 2 games together. They're released on separate days, and that's why there's Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and not just Sonic 3 and... Okay, enough! So the story starts off with actually a cutscene. So Sonic becomes hypersonic and Knuckles just comes out of the ground, or... Sorry, we don't know this guy yet. Some red guy just comes out of the ground and punches me like that. How strong can this guy be? That's pretty much the story. Well, Eggman also tricks Knuckles into thinking some bad things that Sonic's a bad guy and Tails is too. But, you know Knuckles, he's an idiot sometimes. But, yeah, that's pretty much the story. The gameplay is where this really shines. You can play as 3 different characters, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Each character has their own gameplay. But, uh-oh, looky here. We're getting chased by a ship. Run, Tails, run, run. Oh, what do you know? We made it, yeah! Nice job, Tails. You did a good job for once. Yeah, the boss battles are pretty good too. I mean, there's boss battles such as the final boss battle, which is fantastic, by the way. And you also take on Mecha Sonic, which is another final boss battle. It's amazing. And not to mention, there's also you can play as Hypersonic throughout the game, which is a very awesome thing to have in the Sonic game. I really wish they would bring that back. They also introduced some items in this game, such as the ring carriers or whatever the heck you want. Yeah, they give you the fire shield and everything, and the soundtrack's pretty okay too. But overall, the game was a fantastic experience, and I love it. At number 3, we have one of the first Sonic 3D games I have ever played, and the first Sonic 3D game in general, unless you count. Ugh. No, let's not talk about that game. That is not on this list. But yeah, Sonic Adventure DX. This game first came out on a Dreamcast and was a launch title for that system, which the Dreamcast kind of sold badly and everything. RIP Dreamcast. We will miss you desperately, Dreamcast. But yeah, this game was so much fun, man. It was a really awesome way to introduce Sonic to the 3D world. I mean, they have all these amazing stages like Emerald Coast, Speed Highway, and you got all these playable characters: Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, E12 Gamma, and oh boy, Big the Cat. Yeah, that guy. But yeah, this game was a fantastic game. I mean, I love playing as Sonic mainly because you get to go fast and everything, and I love all the aspects of the game. But the game is just a really fun game in general, but it does face a lot of glitches, as you saw my Sonic the Hedgehog DX glitches. Yeah, my first video for Sonic Month, yeah, tune into that one if you haven't seen it. But yeah, this game is a really fun game. The soundtrack is amazing. I mean, the story itself is one of the best Sonic the Hedgehog stories of all time, really. I mean, Eggman finds this creature called Chaos, and he uses his power to try and destroy the world. But with Sonic collecting Chaos almost everything, he rises up, transforms to Super Sonic, and goes to defeat Chaos. And even though Chaos betrays Eggman and everything. But everybody works together in the end to take on Perfect Chaos, the final boss of the game, which has one of the best Sonic the Hedgehog songs of all time. Open Your Heart, man. That song is just fantastic. It is a song that has been with us for the end of time, and this game is just a fantastic game. I love it so much, man. Listen to that open heart right there, man. Clamor, sirens wailing. It's such a bad sign. Shadows of dark creatures. Okay, stop your singing. I know I'm giving you all a headache right now. But yeah, this game is a fantastic game, and I'm glad it's at number 3. I love it so much. Thank you, Sonic Adventure DX. Thank you so much. I know, I technically might be cheating on this one, but just hear me out, okay? Well, it was really hard to choose between these two. Like, it's like choosing between which child's the best, man. I love both of these games exactly the same, and it's just hard to choose one over the other. So let's go ahead and start by talking about Sonic Unleashed here. So, yeah, Sonic Unleashed was released in 2008 for the Xbox 360, PS3, Wii, and PlayStation 2. And when I first saw this game trailer, I was blown away, man. My mind was blown. Like, I loved everything about this trailer when it first came out. I loved the music. I loved all the effects of the game. The textures were perfect. Oh my god, this game just blew me away, man. This trailer, especially this song right here, Endless Possibility, is one of the greatest Sonic the Hedgehog songs of all time. If not, it might be the best. In my opinion, I think it is the best, man. So yeah, the story of this game is Sonic goes into space, which he can't breathe in for some reason, but he runs across good old Eggman. Eggman wants to destroy him and everything, but he transforms to Super Sonic, but he gets captured and he gets transformed to a werehog. Yeah! Then he gets launched back into the Earth, and he comes across Chip, who's kind of helpful whatsoever, but Chip doesn't remember anything, so Sonic decides to help him regain his memory while traveling across the world to restore power to Chaos Emeralds and blah blah blah. He fights Eggman and he wins, and gets Chip's memory back. So that's basically the story. Let's get to the gameplay. Now the daytime gameplay is fantastic, man. This is the first time like you can boost in 3D. That's right, you could never boost in 3D. The first time boosting was in Sonic Rush, but now you can boost in 3D, man. And my god, the daytime stages are so much fun, but the controls aren't the greatest on like the Xbox controller or the PS3 controller. I mean, it's kind of laid out weird. I mean, the homing attack and the jump or the dash mechanic thing is on the same button, which kind of sucks. But Sonic Generations does improve that, and this game is just a really fun game. Now, the nighttime stages of the Werehog are not the greatest, man. I do not like them that much whatsoever. But they're not that bad. They don't deserve that much hate, man. I mean, this game just gave me so much of a... What is it? What's the word? It just pumped me so much, man. I loved Rooftop Run. That's the best stage of Sonic Unleashed, at least. And the final boss is a lot of fun. The story is fantastic. I love this game in general. It is a fantastic game. But there are some problems, but I love it. But let's go ahead and talk about the other game now. And now for the other game, also at number 2, Sonic Generations. Yeah, this game was released for Sonic the Hedgehog's 20th anniversary, and it also came back, or introduced Classic Sonic back to the world, man. Classic Sonic hasn't been seen in years, and then he finally comes back like that, even though I think the majority prefers modern Sonic stages since they're 3D and everything. But, yeah, this game is a relive to the past. of all the Sonic games, well, the main series Sonic games. That's right, even that one right there, yeah. That game, yeah. We don't speak of that one. But yeah, this game has so much good stuff about it. I mean, for one thing, all these stages are fantastic. They're some of my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog stages of all time. It's got Green Hill Zones, City Escape, Rooftop Run, and all that good stuff. I mean, so many good levels, but the story itself was kind of boring, man. I mean, you expect for the 20th anniversary of Sonic, like, they have a better story than this, but nope. It's a lighthearted story and everything that's not that interesting. But the game is just fantastic. The music, while it does use a lot of the same music from the past, it's still fantastic. I mean, lots of them are remixed, like City Escape was remixed and everything. The gameplay is fantastic. Like I said, I prefer modern Sonic over classic. I wish you could play as other characters, but it's a fun game. I love replaying some of the boss battles like Perfect Chaos and the Death Egg guy. And Sonic Generations is a fantastic game. I love it. Perfect way to celebrate Sonic's 20th anniversary. And there you have it. Now time for number 1. Before we get into number 1, here are some honorable mentions that did not make the list. Well, you all saw this one coming. My number 1 favorite Sonic game of all time is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Or Sonic Adventure 2, whichever one you want to call it. So yeah, this game came out for Sonic the Hedgehog's 10th anniversary, folks. And my god, did it just blow everybody's minds. First of all, they introduced some new characters like Shadow the Hedgehog, who was like supposed to be a rival to Sonic and everything. And he was like perfect. Like, he still is one of the greatest Sonic the Hedgehog characters of all time, man. Shadow was a fantastic add to this game. They also added Rouge the Bat, who is an awesome character as well, but she wasn't nearly as cool as Shadow, man. I'm the coolest, as he always says. But yeah, this game was fantastic. The trailer came out for it, man. The soundtrack was fantastic, man, with Live and Learn playing, which is one of the greatest Sonic the Hedgehog songs of all time, man. Live and Learn is that amazing of a song. I can't get over how amazing it is. But yeah, this is one of the greatest Sonic the Hedgehog stories of all time. It revolves around Sonic being committed for a crime he did not commit. And it turns out that was Shadow who actually committed the crime, because Eggman found him while looking through a gun base. Because Shadow is said to be his grandfather's ultimate life form experiment. So Eggman uses him for evil. Wow, what a shocker there, Eggy. I mean, everything's for evil nowadays, am I right? Yeah, of course I'm right. But my god, this game story is fantastic overall. I mean, it gets much better as it goes on. And, yeah, like, also you got friends you can play along. You got the hero story, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and you got the dark story, Eggman, Shadow, and Rouge. And it's a lot of fun to play both stories. It's different from Sonic Adventure, where you have a story per character. Now you have 3 characters per story. And I honestly think that's a little bit better than Sonic Adventure. I mean, you don't have to play a million stages of Big the Stinking Cat. Ah! But it's okay. Big the Cat is gone. Well, if you count these Easter eggs right here. But, you know. Goodbye, Big the Cat. Nobody likes you anymore. Not to mention, this game has some of the greatest Sonic stages of all time. First off, you have this stage right here, City Escape. Oh my god, this is, in my opinion, the greatest Sonic the Hedgehog stage of all time, man. Like, everything about the stage is fantastic. You start off by going down a city with a snowboard. You're snowboarding down a city. That's not even the best part. It's the soundtrack here. Listen to this, baby. Listen to that song, man. Escape from the City is one of the catchiest songs in video game history, man. I love this song. I love how you can just crash and everything in sight if you want to or not. This is just such a fantastic game. So Escape from the City is definitely one of the greatest Sonic the Hedgehog songs of all time. Oh yeah, this game also introduces Omochao. Yeah, we're not going to go deep about him. set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Follow me. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself, man. That song every time just gets me like that, man. It's like waking up on Christmas morning hearing that song, man. Oh, and by the way, at the end of Cityscape, you get chased by this giant truck that's literally the size of all the buildings and crashing and everything. You know, that's gonna be a lot of damage, sir. Are you gonna pay for all that? Are you? Huh? No? But yeah, the story itself is super well written and everything. And in the end, there's the last story, once you beat both stories. And Shadow decides to work for the good mankind. And he decides to team up with Sonic to take on the Final Hazard, which is the prototype of the Ultimate Life Form. And you just go ahead and destroy him like that with one of the greatest Sonic the Hedgehog final boss battles of all time. With Live and Learn playing in the background. And you got 5 minutes to save the world or else everything's done, man. And you got everybody down on Earth praying that you will succeed and everything. My god, this game is just so well handled, and it is a fantastic game. I love it so much. The soundtrack, the stages, not to mention the Chow Garden. Oh my god, the Chow Garden. That is one of the best things in this entire game. That Chow Garden is just amazing. It's so much better than Sonic Adventure's Chow Garden. You can even raise up Chows to be like those guys. But yeah, in the end, Shadow unfortunately dies. So sad, man. Shadow. No, not you. Okay, well, he doesn't really die. I mean, he comes back in Sonic Heroes. Spoiler alert again. But hey, that's pretty much all there is to this game. I mean, I love Sonic Adventure 2. My favorite video game of all time. I love all these Sonic games. They're fantastic. I love this game so much. Really hope they make a Sonic Adventure 3. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. So there you have it, folks. That was my top 10 favorite Sonic games of all time. And unfortunately, that was the last video for Sonic Month. You know, it's sad that Sonic Month's about to end and everything. This is the last day or whatnot. And I'm gonna miss it, man. And I hope you all enjoyed Sonic Month a lot. Make sure to hit that like button as it really helps out a lot. Comment, subscribe to my channel. And I guess I'll see you in the next video or the next Sonic Month. I don't know, one of those two at least. But it's okay, because I got Sonic by my side. We'll make it through this together. Right, Sonic?
Alright, let's go! Hey, guys!
Right. Okay, this is from me and Sonic. Goodbye, guys. So long.